How do you deal with toxic friendships?
I also feel like there's some insecurity there.
Cut that bitch off.
But when do you cut? When do you cut it off? Like
when is too much?
When is the breaking point? That was the other thing I want to talk about.
Oh, just say that. When is the breaking point?
That was it. That was the other thing.
That's a good way to phrase it.
So the breaking point, because I've had a good amount of experience with breaking off toxic people these last 2 years or so.
You'll break off anybody.
No. I actually, it takes a while for me.
It generally has a reason.
Which it depends on where you are personally, and how much you've already tolerated. So for me, just in general, not anybody specific, I already hit my breaking point to where if you are negative in any aspect, you are toxic to me. If you talk about other people, if you look poorly upon yourself, if you're not happy with where you work, if all you do is complain, you cannot be associated with me. I do not want to be your friend. I don't want to talk to you. Like, we can still communicate, but I'm not looking for anything from you.
Yeah, touch on that a little bit more. The guilt aspect of toxic people.
That's another part of people not being able to break up the relationship or not being able to break it off. Because you try and break it off, this person really, after all I've done for you, I took you in when you didn't have nothing.
Yeah, that's completely toxic.
Yes.
That in itself is toxic behavior.
So that's a warning sign.
Yeah, that's definitely a warning.
That's a warning sign.
If somebody starts trying to use what their past or how they've helped you, try and hold that over your head. You don't want that person, because that's going to continue to grow. That's going to continue.
That's always be there. Yeah.
That's just the type of person they are.
How do you handle a toxic relationship? How do you get out of it?
I think that's probably one of the hardest things anybody would have to deal with.
I was gonna say, a lot of toxic relationships, I feel like, whether it be family members or boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever work, whatever type of relationship it is, I feel like a lot of it is toxic because it lingers on. People just don't get out of it. If you just got out of it, it wouldn't be toxic.
How long, how do I phrase it? How long is it considered toxic until it becomes dangerous?
I feel like it always has a potential.
Actually, I think it's dangerous. All toxic.
Is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's when you should kind of leave.
A lot of people, that's way easier said than done, because a lot of people, we're comfortable creatures. We get into habit. We form habits. We get
creatures
comfortable.
of habit.
Yeah. So if you're so used to dealing with this person, you've been dealing with them the same way, same time, whatever, for your life or whatever, however long it's been, it's gonna be way harder to break that tie. It's easy to see you go on a date with somebody, they're nah, their energy ain't right, they cussed out the waitress, whatever. Okay, I ain't dealing with this person no more. When that person is your mother or an aunt, somebody who helped raise you, it's hard to be I can't associate with that person, because what's my family gonna think? What other people gonna think? Who's gonna be saying this, whatever. But it becomes you need to have those selfish moments. You have to think about yourself.
With that, what are other people gonna think? I feel like typically if there's somebody toxic, you're not the only one who sees it.
Oh, that part.
And if you are the only one who sees it, I feel like there might be an issue with you.
True.
Yeah.
Because you're saying this person is toxic, they're this and that, they're negative, whatever. But nobody else is seeing that. I can see, behind closed doors type of thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's different. But at some point, it was shoved to somebody else. Yeah. At some point, somehow.
And it's also the new toxic. This person may not have been always toxic, but then somewhere down the road, maybe something happened and it changed. The relationship, or it changed. Maybe something outside of even you happened, and it just their whole life took for a different turn, and they just became this toxic person.
People.
Marriage, when a marriage goes bad, if a man loses his job or whatever, he comes home and takes it on his wife, becomes this mentally abusive whatever person.
It's harder to it's probably harder to deal with that type of toxic than it is
if they were
always that.
Yeah, that's true.
Honestly, I feel like work relationships is very, very.
You want to touch on this?
I feel like it's very common.
I'm about to say,
because if you spend most of your time at work, you have a full-time job. That's who you gonna be attracted
I mean,
to. Motherfucker.
it is
That's my-
very common.
It's very common.
I just don't see myself dating somebody that I work with.
Dating, I don't know about that.
I don't.
Problem.
Yeah, I don't know if I
I-
can date.
I
at the
don't
workplace.
like being around myself half the time.
But who cute at your
So
job?
to have to be at work with you and then go home to you,
Bruh. Man.
No,
like-
no, I don't. I don't think I can date somebody at work.
I don't have a problem.
I don't know if I can do it.
that's too much of one person.
That's too much.
As long as you don't
I'm
live
not,
with me.
I'm not getting a break
I
from
mean,
you.
I'm low
That,
key.
yeah.
As long
Low
as you
key,
don't
there
live
is
with
no
me,
break.
it's fine.
somewhat clingy, just in the sense I like being with whoever. Like if I fuck with you,
Yeah,
I
I'm not
like
clingy
being
at
around
all.
you. Like I want to be around you because I really fuck with you like that. Otherwise, I ain't really trying to be around you. Like I be around y'all. Y'all cool.
I mean, yeah.
I've been by a long time. So.
Like y'all. I
but
mean, I ain't around
She needs
y'all
to be
that.
able to be alone.
Yeah.
So if she can't be alone, that's different. But I'm down with to spend as much time. But work,
So if she,
I just can't do that dynamic of relationship.